Hi, I'm Scott Hartley, President and CEO of Calibre Computer Solutions. I'm here today with Nathan Beloat of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Nathan, it's good to have you here.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Just like to get a little bit of information from you about BNI. I know that you were kind of one of the founding members of the BNI Profit Seekers chapter. Kind of tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Well, actually, it started out, I hired on with Indiana Farm Bureau a little over 5 years ago, and my boss, currently at that time, was a member of a BNI chapter in Evansville. And he told me, he goes, I got this referral organization that I want you to come take a look at. Went down there, looked at it, met some really nice people. At that time, I met Alana Jackson, BNI director here in her local area, and she asked me about starting up a group in Gibson County, and it took off from there. So we met a couple of people and decided to try and start up a Gibson County chapter, and been a part of it ever since.
Okay, good deal. So what was kind of your first impression as you were starting to get introduced to BNI? What was kind of the big thing that stuck out to you?
Really, everything that I do, I always base it off of ROI, return of investment. And what really impressed me about BNI was, yeah, there is an initial fee and there is a quarterly due, but I've done paper advertising, I've done billboards, and you really don't see a return of investment. With BNI, it's calculated. You see what you put in, you can get back out of, and that's unexplainable on any business sense that, hey, what I put into it and what I'm willing to spend on it, I can get back out and make money and be profitable. And that, at the end of the day, we all want to be profitable. So that's the important thing. So.
Okay. Yeah, the return on investment is definitely very important, you know, with BNI. And compared to all other forms of advertising, you know, BNI can have a great return on investment if you allow the system to work for you.
Exactly. That's just it.
That's true. So tell us a little bit about a good referral that you've received through BNI.
Really, I can't say I've got a bad referral, because just meeting a new person is actually a good referral. It's somebody that you didn't know. So a good referral for me, I've been able to work out a relationship with a great mortgage person in our group. And it's an easy transition for if he's sitting in front of somebody or I'm sitting in front of somebody that we've got services that each other needs. So if there's somebody in Evansville, Poseyville, Warwick County, somebody buying a house that I don't know of, they call him and they haven't got their insurance, you know, taken care of yet, he can at least easily refer them to me, and that's happened several times. That's where I get the majority of my business from. Okay.
So basically what you're talking about a little bit is the ability to have power teams, you know, in your group, because obviously it's hard to refer to everybody in your group, although it is possible, but there are certain individuals that can really work together synergistically and, you know, pass referrals to each other that are going to be helpful to each other.
You acquire them power teams in the groups, and that's very beneficial and very powerful.
Right. Now, obviously, you know, the BNI Profit Seekers chapter has been in existence for 3 years, going on 4 now. You've been a core member since, you know, probably about 2 years or so before that even started. What can you say about how BNI has impacted either your business or your life, or both?
Well, it's definitely done both. It's so much in business, and like I've shared with other members, it's all about block scheduling, and you can be so productive in one day if you just realize the necessity of block scheduling. BNI has made me realize that things that I do at the meeting, I come back, I block schedule on my schedule, so I'm not dealing with insurance on a 100% daily basis. That I can go and take care of these situations, make different phone calls, and then in my personal life, it's allowed me to be more organized in my personal life. I do like that, and I really feel that I always thought that I was an accountable person and followed up and done well. But BNI makes you better at that. You know, it makes you build relationships based off that alone. Because if I pass a referral or I get a referral in the group from another member, if I don't follow up with that, my credibility goes down, and that's. I've carried that on to my home life as well with my wife. You know, if she tells me to do something, I make sure I do it from now on. Yeah. So it's really built up in my life and had a positive effect on my life.
Right. And a lot of that, you know, is basically because you've applied the principles of BNI to not only your business but also your personal life. For those that are, you know, maybe thinking about, they're a business owner or a business professional that are curious about what BNI has to offer, or maybe they're thinking about visiting our chapter just to check it out, what would you say to them that, you know, about the Profit Seekers chapter?
Our chapter, I consider it a one of a kind. I think our chapter is made up of great people that definitely have a client's best interest in mind. It's not always about ourselves. I trust our group with everything in my personal business, and my family's, and so on. I definitely think that sets us apart. We're a very down-to-earth group, and like I said, have best interests in mind. For the person that's thinking about joining a group, I encourage them to come to our chapter. Would love to see them there. BNI, like I said earlier, you will not be able to gauge anything else other than the return of investment on what you put into it. I've hands down in 5 years of insurance business have tried every marketing tool out there. I've not found anything other than BNI that really has a return of investment on my marketing money.
Right. And referrals, are the greatest way to grow your business, and especially in insurance, building those relationships is very important, and that's really what BNI, is all about, is the foundation of relationships.
Right.
So, well, Nathan, thanks so much for sharing your insights and experiences with us today. If you would like to find out more about the BNI Profit Seekers chapter and its members, please visit us at the website that's listed on your screen.